Tonight we're going to start a little campfire. With hibachi. It's really more of a hibachi fire than a campfire per se. But you know, we like to keep it safe and sane around these parts. I don't have any like lighter fluid or anything. But the wood's nice and dry. It should start up no problem with the propane torch, you know. Okay. This is a little something I like to call campfire chic. And should there end up being anybody in attendance, well, I've got some good news for you. I have my glasses with me. So I will be able to read your chats should you feel compelled to voice any. I'm thinking maybe even Rachel might want to come outside to enjoy the campfire. Cheers. As always, I am drinking non-alcoholic beer, which is to say I am not drinking alcoholic beer. So, isn't this nice? Isn't it a nice glow of the firelight? Doesn't it make you feel like you're out in the woods? I'll tell you what. If that doesn't make you feel like you're out in the woods, then maybe this will. This healthful and refreshing bong rib. You may or may not be aware that USC lost a bit of a heartbreaker to Utah. It's not the first time we've lost to Utah, let me tell you. Ooh, scary, says Harrison Sherwin. Well, that's only if you're scared of The Walking Dead, Sasquatches, bears, witches, ghouls, Skeletor, a lich, vampires, and other such things. Only if you're scared of those things is this scary. As you can see, it's almost like a little altar, right? I just put the hibachi on this concrete square here. But it looks like, I'm praying to the Greek gods or something. So, I had a busy day, a productive day. Rachel had a nice conversation with her dad today. And that always makes me happy because, I want Rachel's dad to feel like Rachel's in good hands. Time and geographical location is a strange phenomenon. Is it a phenomenon? here we are, right up against the Yosemite and Sierra National Forests. But, it's only 4,000 feet where we are, so it's not especially high up. It's just above the snow line, which is not that easy to find here in Mariposa County, actually. It's kind of a desirable thing to have attained. So I did get a couple of extra pieces of wood here. But not a whole ton of it. Once this dies down a bit, we can just feed it some little sticks to keep it going. I could go get some other chunks from down the hill. There's this like old rotting log down the hill, and I got a couple of chunks off of it. It burns well. This is not the very first time I've had a fire since I've been here, but this is the first time that maybe it's fair to say that I have fire because I feel like it. It's kind of chilly outside, temperatures are dropping, Rachel's dad's actually an INFP. I thought he was an ENFP based just on what Rachel said, but after I got to spend some more time with him, I'm pretty convinced he's an INFP. So, one thing that we can do is we can poke at the fire a little bit. As you can see, we're quickly running out of fuel. So I'll put a little stick in there. A couple of little sticks. We just kind of keep the coals going. Obviously, this is not a raging bonfire we've got going here. But if I had something to hibachi, well, I think it's fair to say that I have sufficient coals. I need to build up more coals really to hibachi over that. Wait a second. David Lynch isn't my favorite director. He's my favorite director, like, getting lab work done is my favorite hobby. Does this make it look more natural? Hi. Hey, look at me and my fire. It's a little bit less pleasant for me because I have a big light in my face when I do that. So it's not like I have anything particular to say tonight or any particular great matters to discuss. I had a reasonably productive day, really. I got a lot of stuff done. How productive it all was is hard to say. Well, I mean, I did get 2 typings accomplished, so that's always helpful. And I have another one scheduled for Wednesday. Neither of them wanted to publish. One was an ESTP, one was an INFJ. I enjoyed both the typing sessions. I enjoyed chatting with both people. I like beta quadri, ISTPs are a little terse, perhaps. But, you don't have to be chatty to be a worthwhile person. Yeah, throw another stick in the jukebox, baby. You may be able to, at some point, hear my neighbors, who I believe are making music over there. Although I think they're inside, so it's not that loud. I can just kind of catch hints of it periodically. Wow. Well, you know what they say. When you think you have enough firewood, get 5 times more firewood. But the good news is, we're not going to be relying on this fire to keep us warm tonight. So, and besides which, it's not really that cold. But, feels like an autumn night. It doesn't feel like Indian summer or whatever, like it has the last couple of days. We went from record high to like dropping 20 degrees within a few days. So that's nice. It's nice that the autumn has really come around to say, okay, enough hot time. You might say, Eric, is this really safe? Aren't you in fire country? Well, right now it's quite safe. It's not exactly wet around here, but there's still like water in the streams and shit. Last is like the creek that flows out from back here down like alongside or splitting between Darrow Road and Triangle. The stream kind of goes. Well, it still has water in it, and I think normally it's not a year-round stream. So actually, fire risk right now is fairly low. And besides that, I've got this thing in hibachi on a concrete slab, which is on top of flagstone all around it, and got like a 3-foot distance between the hibachi and the house, and then even greater distance between the hibachi and any brush or anything. If it were like a tinderbox around it or something, I'd be hesitant to do this, but in the status quo, it's fine. Find it kind of peaceful. But, we don't have any wood burning fireplace in our house because they've got all these laws about how maybe you shouldn't start forest fires and stuff. Obviously, I'm very cautious and conscious about that. I've been a long time resident of California, knowing how dry it gets, But this is a very safe setup. The only problem that it potentially presents is I could see if I did it often enough, some soot getting on the house here. But, how big of a fire can you make in a hibachi? you know. I appreciate the opportunity it affords me to have a little campfire. Well, I'm thinking I do have a few more sticks over here. Oops. But just a few. And what I'm thinking is we may need to go on another wood gathering expedition. Naturally. I'm looking for little small pieces of wood because I'm just trying to feed a hibachi. But where's that hole in the shirt? I discovered an important trick today. If I tie my glasses through this hole at the top of my shirt, then I use a relatively short string, then I have no choice but to put them here every time. Okay, so it's time to get a little bit more wood. Where can we find such a thing? Well, let's see. We could try to go back to that old log here. That's a pretty good choice. Because it's already like breaking apart. Okay. Naturally, I'm a little bit worried about scorpions. Because we do have scorpions around here. And this is the sort of place that scorpions like. But I'll get this rock. Get away, spider. Get away. I don't want you. Okay, so I got some more woods. I'm going to put them over here on the fire. There. And now I think what you're going to see is the fire come back to life. Like the phoenix rising from its own ashes. In most poetic fashion. Okay, while you guys keep an eye on that, I'm going to go get just a few more regular sticks. pleased to inform you I found a lot of sticks over there. As you can see these sticks are pretty. That's a pretty good sized stick for hibachi. Okay, get this one out of the way of the fire and into the fire. Okay, put some of these regular kind of sticks in because that super punky wood burns really fast. There. That should last a little while. So now let me look at the chat. See if anything's happened in the old chatteroo besides peaceful campfire times. Peaceful campfire times might not be the sort of thing you might not be the sort of thing that I didn't realize we had a hateful tard. Guess we don't have any moderators here, huh? Well, you always get some hateful tards. Would you like to be a moderator, Karma Stump? Anyhow, I guess this sort of pleasantness incites a lot of jealousy and just general spite. And I mean, I've always known that some people just hate me right out the gate. Always have, But it's a shame that anybody engages in such behavior because, it means one of two possible things. Either they're young and dumb, but not fundamentally a bad human being, in which case they're gonna feel pain about it later. None of us feel good about our youthful indiscretions when they comprise totally unwarranted levels of abusive language, attempt to do as much harm as possible to people's feelings, things like that, just purely for the sake of doing it, It surprises me only that people are so without any kind of scruples at all that they've got no problem just straight up attacking Rachel. They never did anything to anybody, I can understand people hating me, but to be willing to convince yourself that because you hate me, it justifies, you know, being as assaultive as possible in your language to Rachel is just, I don't know. Like I said, it's either sad or disturbing, depending on the actual particular realities of it. You're welcome. Not so much a gift as it is a burden, but you're welcome. I'm gonna put a couple more sticks on this. Just keeping it low and steady. A nice glowing bed of coals to help provide some atmosphere on this autumn night here in the forest. Rachel's inside just as well. I wouldn't really want her reading all that stupid shit. Okay, well, as you can see, you don't have to have a whole lot of sticks or logs or whatever to have a nice little fire. These sticks are all sticks the size that I can break with my hands easily. So, and it produces a nice amount of warmth as well. It's not cold out or anything, but if I didn't have a jacket on, I'd probably be cold, you know. Hi, Boba Fett. In your country, they call this naan. In my country, we call it fire. You know that I actually discovered fire? I was the first person to master fire, you can put it that way. 1974 was the year. When I invented the lighter. Thereby enabling people to use fire for the first time. God, breaking a stick is like such a big deal. It keeps shooting all over the place. See what I'm saying? That's not what I want to do. I want it to be a quiet stick break. Why did I get like the loudest sticks in the forest? Instead, I'm just shooting wood all over the place, like myself. Oh yeah, they're nice and dry and crispy. They're good fuel. It's just, as indicated, I am having my campfire here in a hibachi on a concrete slab, just a few feet from my house because, well, for one thing, I want to be fire safe because we do live in a bit of a fire risk area, although it's not really fire risky right now. But another thing, I don't want a bigger fire than this. I just wish I could break my sticks more quietly. Because it's Saturday night, so, who really cares? But what time is it? Oh, it's only 9:15. I can break a few sticks at 9:15. It's fine. Throw a chicken in it? No, I don't really have anything to cook over it. I mean, I could cook something over it, but it has a grill part too to go over that part, but I've never used it before. I do have hamburgers, actually. At least one hamburger left, I think, and at least one or two pieces of frozen chicken. If I were inclined to make dinner, I could cook those things. No, actually, you're right. I've got bratwursts as well. And there may even be some Hebrew National hot dogs left. Regardless, I've already had dinner, and then I've already had a snack. So, I didn't sign up to be dinner chef for the evening. Yes? Out back? I'm right around here, around the back. Rachel, can you come around back? Rachel couldn't find me, I guess. Oh, where else will I be? I was just sitting over here where the fire is. I told her I was going to do this earlier, but I guess she didn't believe me. Hey, careful when you open that to move the curtain first. Hey, move the curtain first.
Oh.
Thank you.
I was wondering.
That way it won't pull it down.
I was wondering what was happening. I heard like a pop, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!"
It's because I keep breaking sticks and like the most ridiculously loud stick breaks ever. Like I'll break a stick and a piece of it'll fly and hit something metal, and it's just.
Okay, as long as it's just that, I was like, "Oh my gosh, what's going on?"
Would you like to pull a bong up by the fire? If you put your shoes on for a second, you could.
Yeah, sure.
If you don't want to, that's fine too.
That sounds nice.
I have the bong and the weed right here.
Okay.
All you have to do is scoot this chair over here a little bit, and you can have access to all of these things too. I should take away my stick breaking license. That's not even broken. And not off anyway. There, isn't that nice? Chachi. That was that one guy's name. That one kid. What a pain in the ass he was in my classroom when I was a middle school teacher at a day, a full, like a regular day school, And he came in one time trying to play this prank on me. He's like, "Hey, do you buy pens?" I'm like, "Yeah, I guess." He said, "Well, where's got a super great deal on them? Is penisland.com." But, of course, I thought about it for just a second. I said, no, Chachi, we're not going to type into the URL bar penisland.com. You're not going to fool me. You're just a middle school kid. I'm an adult. I mostly just like to throw pieces of sticks into it. The sticks I find usually make this kind of orange fire. I'm not sure which elements that is, but these are all locally sourced organic sticks.
Are you live streaming?
Yes, I am.
Oh, cool.
But I want you to know, I want you to be reassured of this, Rachel, is these are all locally sourced organic sticks.
That's so important.
Mm-hmm.
How very environmentally conscious of you.
Mm-hmm. I do have a flashlight out here, so let me retrieve that so you can have the light you need.
Oh, thanks.
The light you need to see what you see, the stuff that you gotta put in the BOWL and light it on fire, just like it were in hell, but it's inspired like heaven. 'Cause you're pulling a bong rip.
'Cause I'm pulling a bong rip.
Mm-hmm. So I'll give you the light for a second while you pack your bong rip. And then I'll give you the lighter too, but then I will go get a couple more sticks. Okay. Let me put this on as your lighter. I will put it over here. We'll put it right here.
Thank you.
There you go. Sure. And I'm going to go get a couple of sticks.
Okay.
As you can see, Rachel, I found some more sticks.
Yeah, you did. Good job.
Thanks. That's why I was in high school voted most likely to find sticks.
Oh, wow. This is really coming in handy.
Yeah. High schoolers are wise in their voting. Okay. Now let's put the small sticks in. Because they're the easiest sticks to put. They don't have quite as many breaking problems
No.
as the larger sticks do. Like this small stick here, no problem. I could break that one. This one, that's fine too. This, that's a great size. This one though, that's when it starts getting a little bit iffy. These little ones. one seems a little too big. What do you think of our tidy little campfire?
I like it a lot.
It's all thanks to Japanese hibachi technology. See how it's wood
Yeah.
just flying everywhere? And look at it and take your eye out.
No.
Put
I'm
your
just-
eye out is the old-fashioned way of saying poke your eye out.
Oh.
There.
That's a good fire.
That's even got a little grill on top of it. If we wanted to, and we made our batter extremely viscous, maybe we could make pancakes on that grill.
That would be nice.
It would be an unusual way of making pancakes.
It would.
You know me, I like to make things the unusual way. That's why when God subcontracted the job to me, I decided to make Eve out of one of Adam's ribs.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, well, don't touch the top part. I want to make sure you don't burn
Oh,
yourself.
thanks.
Because this part up here is just getting hot.
Yeah,
when
I
you
would
leave it
have
on,
grabbed
you know?
it by the wrong spot.
That's why I got up to get it rather than say anything to you. I wanted to make sure that you didn't burn yourself.
Thanks.
Of course, darling. I would feel terrible if you had. So, as they say in World War I, smoke them if you got them. Yeah, he was very sad on the sideline. I know, we watched the game. Of course we watched the game, Deaf Boy
Yes,
Toss.
we did.
Of course we did. I saw it all the way down to its horrible, meow-filled pustule of muggity.
It's pretty bad.
It was better than the Notre Dame game, though.
Yeah.
That boobies lady didn't age well. Who's that boobies lady? Stasia? I don't know who you're talking about. Hawkwind? Are you talking about some sort of superhero? I think so. Well, if you're talking about Dolly Parton, I believe she's dead.
No, she's still alive.
She's still alive.
She's Miley Cyrus's godmother.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah,
The only other boob woman I could think of you might be referring to would be Marilyn Monroe.
Okay, so I'll give you what I think of. I think of Pamela Anderson.
Ah, yes, Pamela Anderson. She's dead, right?
No.
Oh, which one's dead?
And Nicole Smith.
Anna Nicole Smith. Those two are easy to confuse.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Anna Nicole Smith seemed nicer than Pamela Anderson.
Yeah.
She seemed kind of sweet and just down with a bucket of rocks, whereas Pamela Anderson seems kind of contrived.
Yeah. I never really got it, but
Well, I tell you who deserved each other. Pamela Anderson and Tommy Lee.
ugh.
Can you think of two people from whom you're more likely to contract a venereal disease?
I think she got hepatitis C from him.
Really?
Yeah.
I was just making a joke. I didn't know that they actually did that.
Yeah, but she has hepatitis C, and
I'm sure he has the whole alphabet of hepatitises.
yeah. Tommy Lee. Whatever.
What an ESFP.
Mm-hmm. Ew.
He's like a guy from Aerosmith with even less decorum.
I never liked Molly Crew.
Oh, well, I don't blame you. They were across the board thoroughly awful in their ways, in their music, in their depravity.
What does that mean?
You know, just like Jack Daniels titties. You know,
Yeah, they were very much like that. I think they were known for trashing.
Hotel rooms and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, real salt of the earth folk. Well, that was the horrible '80s for you.
Were the 80s horrible? I only know half of it.
Well, I mean, put it this way: going to middle school and high school in Arcadia. Not that I would have fit in better anyplace else, I'm sure, but it was a very like fratty place.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like rich kids going to jet ski at the river. Shit like that. It's kind of it's kind of awful, and it's weird. I mean, like everything back then before the internet, you were weirdly isolated into your little community. You didn't really have any perspective on anything beyond that community.
It's true.
And I just sort of viewed myself oppositionally to something I didn't really understand what I was opposing.
Yeah, I do.
It's a lovely evening.
It is.
And I think that was a very safe and sane fire experience.
It was. It scared the shit out of me. I was like, oh my god, what happened to Eric?
I did tell you earlier that I was going to campfire live.
I totally forgot. Totally forgot.
I wouldn't blame you for being thoroughly surprised that I actually did it. But, yeah, I did have it in mind. I heard the neighbors over there seemed to have a good time, and for a while it sounded like they were playing music. I thought I'd come out here and listen to their music, but now it just seems like they're chatting or whatever.
It's good.
Yeah. I'm glad we have happy neighbors.
Me too.
Even if they're not happy with me.
Even if they're not happy with you.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, I think we're all probably ready to just sleep under the rug, say hi, and pretend like it never happened. But we'll see how it plays out, you know.
I think it's better to be neighborly than not.
Oh yeah, I want to be friends with them. I just wish I hadn't fucked it up, you know.
I mean, I know what you're going through because, like, when I was in my manic state, I was crazy. And I embarrassed myself in, like, many ways. Oh, shit,
Yeah,
did
but
I lock it? Oh, just pointing there the wrong way.
you going back inside?
No, Trouble's here.
Oh,
I saw him sitting.
he's probably waiting for us to come in
Oh,
rather than
yeah,
wanting to
you're
go
right.
out.
He is. He's like, you guys are nuts. It's cold outside.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, it's not really that cold.
It's not. It's beautiful.
Probably like, I don't know, what would you say, like 68?
Yeah.
Hello, Emmett VR. No, I did not watch the Miles Rutledge interview. Lord Miles, after 8 months in Taliban custody, it sounds depressing. Emmett VR, we're not just sitting in the dark, by the way. We have a campfire going, so I wasn't showing it at that moment because I was reading the chat. It's a little easier to read it when it's turned towards me rather than the fire.
You really have to keep to a fire to keep it going, huh?
Yeah, well, it's just like they say on Naked and Afraid. Once you think you have enough firewood, get 5 times that much firewood.
I always think that it's important that at least one person tends to the fire. Like, if that's all you're gonna do for the day, that's great. Like,
Right, the person who tends to the fire is also responsible for boiling the water, usually,
Mm-hmm.
And that's a perfectly, reasonable role to take on. It's like these people are like, well, you're not working as hard as me. That shit is like annoying.
Exactly.
It's failing to factor in necessity and relevance and just sheer measuring it purely on labor,
Yeah.
Well, I've never been in Taliban custody. Um,
Look at him. He's so cute. He's a bad boy. He pooped outside the litter box.
did he?
Yeah.
Is it there right now?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that sometimes happens. Like he misses, kind of. I guess I'll go get it after this fire goes out. I just let this fire burn out at this point. And when we're ready to go inside, I can just put the lid on top of it,
Yeah.
And that should snuff it pretty good. Which I guess is my way of saying I guess I'm about ready to go back inside. I think I'm gonna take a couple gabapentins and then plan on hitting the hay before 1,000,000 o'clock. Sometime between now and 1,000,000 o'clock.
I think you can do it.
How are you feeling?
I'm exhausted. I'm gonna go lay down in bed.
That's good. There. The top holes are closed, so it won't let it have enough oxygen. So it'll go out now. Okay. Now, if you can carry the bong and the weed, I can get everything else. Thank you.
Sure.
I can open the door for you as well.
Thank you.
Just leave it open, please. Well, even though I brought this plug with me so I could charge the phone while I was sitting out here, turned out I positioned the phone slightly further away than could easily reach with the cord, so I ended up just unplugging it. But all that and more can change once we go inside the house. I've given you the promised campfire. I know that most of you here, for one reason and one reason only, you were promised a campfire. Well, I've delivered on that promise. Now I need to clean up some cat shit, but before I do that, I've got a bonus clean. That's right, I need to clean up some cat puke. So first I'll clean up the cat puke, then I'll clean up the cat shit. All right, let's go clean some puke. You're like me and most other people. It is a rare treat when we get to clean up some cat puke. It still looks like cat food, but don't be fooled. It's way, way grosser. There. It's the most wonderful puke of the year. Says my cat Benji's when he wants us to watch him and then he throws it up. He's the most troublesome cat in the world. He meows at us constantly, even though he has no needs that to fill. He'll just meow at us to obey his will. That's the Christmas song of trouble. Ow. I actually got a blister on my middle finger playing like probably the bass. I haven't gotten that in a long time. It makes me say ouchie pouchy, pudding and douchy. All right, let's turn this TV back to the setting of preference, namely HDMI 2. Meow, meow, meow. That is all I hear all the time from you. Just get over it. You don't need constant attention to just survive. You're just too demanding a cat. No cat should be so demanding. Including you, Trouble. No, this is not for you to play with. No, it's not. All right. Let's see what's going on in the chatteroo. No, he didn't poop outside the litter box because he's mad. he is not a very good pooper. He'll poop like sometimes he'll kick his own poop out of the litter box. Sometimes he'll like poop over the edge of it. I don't think he's really trying to send a message. It's not like he shat on the bed or something. I'm sure it's right next to the litter box, right, Rachel? It's times like these when I wish I had aloe vera, a plant I still cannot seem to acquire, despite having wanted it and failed to get it for the last, I don't know, 9 months, maybe 10 months. Yeah, I think he just has various digestive problems due to the fact that he eats as a means of controlling us, which probably does not comprise the healthiest eating habits. Okay, now what we need to do, obs, is turn on a light. Oh well, now that the TV's on, it's a little bit more well lit. So I put a lot of shorts up today. How many shorts did I put up? I put up 26 shorts today. Most of them are from the classic car show. Rachel and I had an amazingly efficient trip to the classic car show. The main reason I wanted to go to the classic car show personally was to make some shorts. It ended at 3 o'clock. We did not get there till like 3:05, but it took them a while to all drive out of there. So we quickly went around and I got a bunch of shorts made. Rachel live streamed briefly on Instagram, and I think it's fair to say neither Rachel nor I was really looking for an extended outing of the classic car thing. I suspect we were both pretty happy that it went as quick and easy as it did. We didn't have to pay anything to get in because it was already over. I don't know if you had to pay anything earlier or not, but we didn't. And what could be easier than making shorts at a classic car show? You just say, this orange car would be, don't doubt you'd look quite the man about town in this nifty number, this 1938 meow 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 meow. Some shit like that, you say some shit like that. We figure probably they're gonna get a lot of views because you kind of gotta work the titles a little bit, but it's so much easier to get views with shorts than it is with long form videos. Like, And so I put 26 of these things up, right? Some of them are already doing well. Some of them are like in the 40 to 80 range or whatever. But it starts with Dirt Road Yard Sale. Like that's the first one from October 20. No. Starts with Scrubs versus T-Mobile. That's the first one with from October 21st. That just has 35 views. Dirt Road Yard Sale has 1900. Then Are You Sure This Is? That only has 100. This Short 1 Million Times 20. The Science of Sandwich 84. And then Super Fun Unboxing Product 43. All the Shades of Plum 58. Need a Pear Palette 1222. 65 Rat Pack Cadillac Convertible 1185. Barracuda 383, the 70s most, 1560. And then there's a stretch of 1, 2, 3, 4 that all have under 10, 5, 6 that both have about 10, 7 that has 33, and then Tangerine Muscle Car 1421, the hottest car of 211, 66 Cherry Chevy truck, no 1131. Is hearse question mark exclamation point? No, is 1926. Does sheriff really need army thing? 924. Fire truck in the Yosemite of 225. And 1950s orange sickle truck 97. The thing is, I bet you by tomorrow, by like 2 days from now, a lot of those ones that have 10 or under will hit the short speed and they'll end up doing pretty well themselves. I'll probably end up with 20,000 views at least from just that one day. Once it's processed out, you know. So, that's pretty cool. If you like stuff like that, I guess. Well, what kind of cars they were driving in the Great Gatsby? They were driving a Phaeton. Phaeton. I don't know what it looks like exactly, but F. Scott Fitzgerald liked to write about Phaeton as fancy cars that they drove. Okay, now I've brought all of the things near me again. But I'm still lacking some of the things. Which of the things am I lacking? Well, I'll tell you right now. It's my ticket to Dreamland, gabapentin. Couple of these, and an administration of general anesthesia, and you're sure to go to sleep. Well, it's the reason. One of the reasons why it's haunting is because Fitzgerald's such a good writer, but he's not exactly writing for good, you know? He's not on Team Evil either, but he's kind of on Team Amoral and Jaded, maybe. So maybe it was just the milieu. Regardless, it's troubling when you read good things that don't resonate as good, I think. Like morally good. When aesthetics and morality clash, it creates a sense of disturbance in your soul. You got disturbed soul syndrome. I've got heavy eyelid syndrome in that I've been awake too long. Which is say I only missed one night of sleep, but I feel heavy lidded, tired, kind of worn out, like spent all of my surplus energy that I might have had. At the same time, I know I'll probably get a medium night's sleep tonight. Hopefully I'll get 6 to 8 hours if I can, but if I get 6, I'll be okay with it if I get up after 6. Art happens when aesthetics and morality collapse. Well, I mean, aesthetics is just the metric we use to judge art. Morality has nothing to do with either. Except, it makes us uncomfortable when art doesn't resonate as being the voice of the good guy. As it should. As it should, Boba Fett. Well, I need a snack too, Trouble. At this point, I might as well just have another meal, because it's been a while. That SC game seems to take a long time. I could have a couple of pieces of salami. These are always convenient. And then I could additionally got a piece of bread. Then just build a sandwich in my mouth. Where's another one of these stuff? Oh, that goes good with these other things. And right here, what you're witnessing is some top-notch SI. You know, I can't think of a single thing besides heights that are weathering. Can you, Rachel?
Hmm?
Can you think of anything besides heights that are weathering?
No.
No. I don't even think weathering's a word.
No, it's like the name of like this state, I think.
The name of their house.
Yeah.
But it sounds like a
Or
bird.
the area that they live in, I forget. I don't like Heathcliff. He drives me crazy.
Well, isn't that the name of Bill Cosby's character?
Heathcliff?
Is that his name?
I don't know.
On the Cosby Show?
I'm not sure.
Do you just know him as Dr. Huxtable?
Yeah.
For some reason I think his name might be Heathcliff. I'll take that second.
Thanks.
I didn't know you were coming back out here.
Oh no, I wasn't going to, but then I decided I wanted another bomb rib, so.
Well, that's a good decision.
Here
That's something I call original making good decisions.
I am. Thanks.
Just as I made a good decision a little while ago, when I decided to have some salami, cheese, and a piece of bread. How was the typing session with that musician guy? Oh, I see. It's like blustering.
Oh.
It was fine. He was an INFJ. And then I had a typing session with an ESTP, but neither of them wanted to publish. That musician guy actually has quite a bit of views on a number of his songs or tracks or whatever. Some of them are better than others, you know. ESTP guy was interesting. He was a guy of Turkish descent, but of German upbringing. He was basically German. He didn't even speak Turkish, even though he technically was born in Turkey. So, he was fun. I had a fun time chatting with him. And in both instances, it was nice because they thought they were the type they were. The ESTP did not think he was an ENTP, he thought he was an ESTP. So that's nice. It doesn't always work out that way. No, it's like blustering, weathering. Like, it's not just windy, it's not just blustery, It's weathering.
Oh, it's pretty stormy.
Yeah.
That's like a crazy story.
Buffeting, you could also say. It could be called buffeting heights.
Buffeting Heights.
So in that case, if it's an intransitive verb, then we can conclude that in the title, Wuthering Heights, wuthering is a present participle working as an adjective. Good to know. Good to know.
Yeah, Boba Fett. I wouldn't recommend. I wouldn't recommend reading Wuthering Heights, and I wouldn't recommend reading The Great Gatsby.
Here's another book that you probably shouldn't read. The Scarlet Letter
Oh.
by Nathaniel Hawthorne. It's a little dated. A little bit puritanical. It's a long book. It's a long book, and it's got that kind of like weird parlor kind of pacing that old stories have when they're set at some like country nobleman's house and nothing really happens out in the country. There's no means of communicating instantaneously and nothing going on, and then, on the 30th of March, Huxtable rode past our our manor place, just past where the hounds stay. They barked. I looked over the hedgerow but could see nothing. It was not until later that I confirmed with father that it indeed had been Heathcliff. Like that kind of stuff. Very slow. Oh no, it's not racist. It's raceful.
Yeah, it is raceful.
What race do you think that person is? Show media. If you think that person on that bomb has a race, then you're racist. Okay?
It's good to know because I did not. Well, actually, I'm lying. I did wonder what race it could be.
I mean, looks like an INFJ, maybe even from the eyes. Aztec? No. This lady speaks perfectly
I
good
thought
English.
Japanese.
No, she speaks great English, actually.
Then I thought Mexican.
She's actually from Iowa.
Wow, she's from Iowa.
She just thought, you know what? I like this hairstyle. A lot of people don't like it because they think I'm gonna bump my head in the doorway or whatever.
Mm.
But she's short, so she's like, I might as well take advantage of my long hair and put like a stick in the middle of it and wrap all of this hair around to make this thing. That's how they make her hair like that.
That's so cool.
I'm thinking maybe doing my hair like this.
I don't see why not.
Yeah. Oh, that's the sound from your phone.
Shit.
I heard myself, I heard a cough from the other room. And I was like, what's that? You know, but then I realized, no, that's my own cough.
Yeah, it's still going. Would you like me to?
No, I don't care either way. No, they've identified what it was. So, you know, it's been a hard day's night. And we've been working like a dog.
It's been a hard day's night. I should be sleeping like a lion.
I believe it says leaping like a frog, Rachel.
Oh. I'll be leaping like a frog.
But when I jump home to you, the lily pat on your shoe. Something. It was known as the first incarnation of the video game Frogger. That song.
That song is.
Hmm. It was the direct inspiration for Frogger, the video game.
Well, sort of like adjacent to that. Not to go back to the Great Gatsby, but Legends of Zelda was named after Zelda Fitzgerald.
Mm. Yeah. But it didn't have anything to do about it.
No, it had nothing to do with it at all.
Yeah. And I should say this, like Britney Spears, Zelda Fitzgerald was not rats in a tent.
No, she's not at all. I'm not rats in a tent.
So, what do you guys think of all the hubbubaloo regarding Britney and Justin so many years later? Britney makes the claim in her memoir that Justin Timberlake cheated on her. First, I'm not sure, but
My guess, so like the way that cheating happens, like if she says that he cheated on her, like I can see her being so young, like
cheating back. But the thing is, does she specify that he cheated first, or just that he
we're gonna
cheated?
see. I don't know.
Because that makes a lot of difference too.
Mm-hmm.
If she doesn't say specifically first, then isn't it likely that she cheated first, and that she's just counting something after they were separated as cheating or something like that?
Or maybe they decided like, hey, like we'll give it a shot.
Despite Britney's cheating.
Yeah. But
yeah, we'll have to see what she says. If she wants me to you think her loneliness was just killing her? It's quite possible, show media. You make a good point. But you know what she can do? She can still believe.
You know, I'm not like a huge fan of her friend group. She is friends with Selena Gomez, and I think that's cool. I think that she started a new friendship with Drew Barrymore. I like that. But she's like friends with Paris Hilton and Madonna. And I'm like,
She's also super tight with Harvey Weinstein. I'm pretty sure he doesn't have much of a friend group anymore.
notice me. Take my hand. Oh my gosh, I used to get so emotional. I don't remember the rest of the lyrics though.
Wow, 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 wow. And then, I baby heart got lost in the game.
Oh, baby, baby.
We're in love. I give them above. I'm not that innocent. Pow! Yes, you are, Ratanatot. You mean, close your eyes, give me your land, darling. I can feel your heart beating. Do you understand? Do you feel the same? Or are you only dreaming? Or is this burning an eternal flame? Are you guys feeling the love in the air now that we've sung that song together? Does it make you want to sing the Elton John classic, Can You Feel the Love Tonight? From
Oh my gosh.
the major motion picture film Little Mermaid. Was that? Yeah, it was the one, right?
No, the Lion King.
Oh, Lion King.
The
It's Kiss the
circle
Girl.
of life.
Kiss the Girl's equivalent in Little Mermaid. I'll be right back in a minute.
I'm gonna get a jacket too.
I never wanna dance again. Guilty feet have got no rhythm. No, I never wanna dance again. The way I danced with you. Yeah, you gotta play the soprano saxophone for that one, you know. Kenny G style. Well, I need to get my inhaler. I need to get a new inhaler.
Thanks, Show Media.
But yeah, talk about naming yourself for what you'd like to be.
Who does that?
Alpha Wolf, Giga Chad. If he has anything of any interest or value going on, he wouldn't waste his time just coming and trying to be so vile with us, you know?
Wait, who's being vile with us?
Whoever got hidden.
Oh, yeah.
Alpha Wolf, Giga Chad.
Yeah. He was just trolling just to do it.
Well, I would imagine that some people just I don't know, like to waste a lot of time.
When I would be active in an Adult Swim live stream, sometimes like there you'd be waiting for something to happen, or just like the thing that's playing is not that, I don't know what, but people would just be like A, and then like the next person would like go C, and then you would like change it up, like, so, and that's what that person was doing. So
Oh, well, that's not so bad.
no.
I guess I've been conditioned to default to like the most hateful kind of trolling. But there are plenty of just regular trolls too.
Yeah. So Adult Swim is basically cartoons for adults on Cartoon Network. At a certain time, it becomes Adult Swim. But they might even have their own channel now. I don't know.
What do you think this sound is?
What?
This is like this periodic howling sound.
Yeah, I hear that too.
Might be a dog, but sounds more like maybe a coyote or something.
That's what I was thinking.
Well, from this point forward, I think we're looking at very mild days and chilly nights until mild days being like low 70s, until we get our first storm. Then it'll be cold. We should check our propane amount and see if we need to refill that. Even if we do, it can wait till November. That's a big expense. Although it depends how empty it is, of course.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like the gabapentins are kicking in. I think I might be about ready to wrap this up. I can't even think about playing the guitar with this blister on my finger. It has been years. I cannot remember the last time I got a blister on my finger from playing guitar. Although this isn't fully blistered, it may turn out in the morning to just have become callous, but it feels like it's blistered. So I was obviously tweaking out on the bass guitar for quite some time.
It reminds me of at the end of Helter Skelter when Paul goes, I got blisters on my fingers.
Yeah.
Meow.
All right, everyone. Thanks a lot for stopping in this evening and visiting with us. For the record, International Emo Week is over, but it doesn't mean you might not feel a little bit of emo hangover today. I'm feeling pretty emo free, but I'm looking forward to going and lying down with my beloved darling Rachel. So hopefully I'll get some good sleep, and I'll probably be streaming again in the morning, you know me. Until then, don't forget to rock and roll.
Meow.